So imagine that you're a grandmother, that you have custody of your 14-year-old daughter, a granddaughter, because her parents are not able to take care of her. And the school has called you for the fourth time and you don't know what to do. So be anxious for nothing. Imagine you're a dad. Your 9-year-old daughter is with you full time because your wife has died in a car accident. Now you have a stroke, you're in the hospital, and you don't know what to do. Be anxious for nothing. Now imagine that you're 13 years old. You see a phone message pop up on your mom's phone, and you realize there's a conversation going on because your adoptive parents are no longer able to take care of you. You have no biological family that can claim you, and you just made a new best friend, and your life is about to change. And so the Baptist Home for Children is notified with an application from your family, and you are able to go to some interviews, and you are able to place your daughter, your granddaughter, into the arms of someone who will love her like nobody else can. The Christian homes that are there are set up to emulate a Christian home. There's Christian sayings all over the place. They have a roommate, a new sister, right? Maybe sibling rivalry, maybe. There's chores. The littlest one had to take out the trash, and the trash can was as big as she was. And so I would, like, help her, like, whatever. And I remember telling her, like, go in there and get the garbage before Mr. Steve calls you. Like, be proactive. And she's like, what is that? And I said, just go in there and offer to take the trash out. And he went, well, hey, look at you. And she was like, I'm so proud. So just the little things that we take for granted in our Christian homes. There are 17 girls. There were 17 girls there in 3 cottages. Today, there are 19 girls, and they have just opened up another cottage. The Brown cottage is open, but there are no kids in there yet. They will be coming in mid-September. There is a farm on campus, and the farm has pigs, goats, chickens, cows, and bunny rabbits. So when you move in there, you might adopt a pig, Bob Jr. the Third, right? It's what one of the little ones named her pig. And I said, who was Bob the First? And she's like, there isn't one. And I'm like, okay. And then there's opportunity for 4-H. And then as they graduate or as they get older, there's an opportunity for FFA and all the scholarships that go along with that. And Mr. Doug is their ag director, and he's the one that manages all of that. God built into our team 4 men. And I don't know what trauma these girls have had, women, men, children, I have no idea. But I can almost rest assured that there has not been a consistent male figure in their homes. And we offered 4. And so they demonstrated to me, what husband-wife relationships are supposed to be like, what parent-child relationships are supposed to be like, what grandparent-grandchild, what uncle-niece relationships are supposed to be like. So hopefully they'll take that into their future and know what they're supposed to look for in choosing a mate. And the bottom right picture, I snapped that when I walked into the craft room one afternoon, because I don't know if Miss Sylvia shared with you, but she shared with me, I don't know why I'm here. I think I'm too much trouble. I don't know why God has called me here. But that room right there shows you that over half of the girls on that campus that afternoon were in there making something. They wanted to make a doll, a quilt, a pillow, and she only realized that there were 2 or 3 right around her asking questions. She didn't realize the room was full. But then you'd sit there and she'd say, now, what's your favorite song? And she'd jump into it, and they'd all start singing. So that was a gift. And in the upper right corner, well, let me say this. You see the heart over a face. In the video, there were little flowers over some faces. Sometimes they're there from DHS, right? Like sometimes it just doesn't work out and somebody else has to make your decision for you. But most of the girls are there by choice or by choice of their family. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a picture of 2 of the 3 seniors. When they turn 18, they have the option to stay 1 or 2 nights in an apartment, a college and career apartment complex that is on the campus. They have a cell phone that is tracked for safety and accountability. They go back to their regular home for school, into their cottage. But they are allowed to start the independent thinking. They also have the option to move out at 18. So prayerfully, if they keep the course, when they graduate, they can move into those college and career apartments. They're expected to have a job, go to trade school or college, and be working toward the future. They have to pay $250 rent in order to stay there. When they leave, all that money that they've paid in is given back to them as startup money, so that they can take that and all the lessons that they've learned and move forward.